What up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Triple P&J. Y'all already know what it is. We got everybody in the building today. We're going to be talking about some great content. So if you haven't done so already, you know what it is. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, so anytime we drop a new content, what is it, notification bell?
Yes.
Okay. Y'all should have been on this. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
They should already know by now.
Right, you should be educated.
But if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the notification bell button, please.
And we
Don't
appreciate
care
y'all
if you ain't did it for nobody else. Make sure you do it for this one.
And hold on. And for all our audio listeners out there, appreciate y'all. Y'all the real MVPs holding it down. When you're not able to watch our content, you can just hear the energy behind the mic. So yeah, we're gonna tune in.
Yeah, make sure you download the episode too. That helps us out a lot.
Yeah, them comments help too.
So we got a special guest on the show today. We got Mr. Roy on the show. So we decided we're gonna do something different. We talk about relationships and all these random ass topics every episode. So today we're having an education piece. We are having Crypto 101. Roy is going to be talking to us about crypto. We would do the claps, but I broke the machine, so
yeah.
But how you doing? How you feel to be on the show?
I'm doing good. It's my first time, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I think I got it.
It's okay. It's all right.
What's up, man? Hey, it don't matter. Be yourself at the end of the day. Tell us a little bit about it for anybody that just doesn't know like crypto at all. Like from scratch, like
what is crypto?
Crypto is a digital currency. People claim it as a digital gold, and right now people own Bitcoin more than gold right now.
Okay.
You gotta think our precious metals like silver and gold are only found on Earth, but there's other galaxies that have it. So it's only precious because it's found on Earth. But there's only gonna be 21 million Bitcoin.
Yeah, I heard that was the cap. Like they're not making no more. You can't mine nothing.
I think in like 2040 something. That's going to be the last Bitcoin that's going to be mined, and it's going to solely. The only way is going to be transaction fees.
Okay.
To get more.
Just
or
like
there.
Transaction fees, like just trading, paying, using it as a payment. That's the only way.
Yeah. At that point, that's probably what's going to end up happening is supply and demand. Just like anything else that doesn't run out or something that runs out, now you're just fighting over what you got. So yeah, it's gonna skyrocket. So if you got Bitcoin, hold on to that. Hold on to that.
Or go to crypto.
Yeah.
But how did you originally get started doing crypto?
I initially got started after I graduated. I decided just to download the app, and back then there was only about 10 different cryptos. And then about 2021, 22, crypto that I'm in is called Dogecoin. That took off, and then everybody started making meme coins. So right now there's like thousands and thousands of different meme coins.
Yeah, I heard about that. They have something else. I forgot what it was called. It's like those. They're like, is that what the meme coins? They have like different. I forgot what the name of it was. It's like cards, but they.
Oh, you're talking about NFTs? No,
NFTs.
Tokens.
Yeah.
Pretty much is art. It's basically, you know how like y'all go on Google and you type in a picture and you go to the picture sections on Google and you can take a screenshot of that picture. With NFTs, the data is yours, so people can't do that. They can't screenshot your artwork and keep it themselves. It's your ownership.
Okay.
Kind of like a copyright.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like a data copyright, pretty much.
So like if you try to screenshot something, it'll have like the watermark on it.
Screenshot my shit if you want to, bitch. I'm getting your bank account.
And those go for like thousands, like
they
millions.
Do. I've seen some.
And it's like the pictures don't even be that good, but people are like they're into it.
It's like a picture of Tasmanian devil holding a pitchfork and there's some flames on it.
It's just the weird arts that people making. Like people are into it.
Yeah.
How many people have you put on the crypto so far?
Back then in 2021, initially I put in people at work. I got them in the Dogecoin. I got my brothers in the Dogecoin, and some of them are still in it. And now I'm trying to get more people in the crypto.
Okay.
That's what's up.
So
man.
with trying to get more people into crypto, explain like what's the topics for like beginners? Like how do you get them started with it?
Well, you gotta start with Bitcoin because without Bitcoin there wouldn't be no currency at all. The Bitcoin founder, his name is Satoshi Nakamoto.
Shout out to you.
And he's anonymous. Nobody knows who he is. And
probably for his safety. I ain't gonna lie.
On top of that, he's sitting on a butt ton of Bitcoin that hasn't been touched, that hasn't been moved at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a map, and you got to the treasure like you see in movies. It's exciting. So it's kind of like people are exciting to not know who the Bitcoin founder is.
Yeah, that's you heard about the whole what's the thing with I don't know if it's Elon Musk or whoever holding Twitter. Twitter's got like there's like a big thing with like the Dogecoin, and you know anything about it? You can speak on that.
You talking about like the government, the Doge efficiency?
Yeah.
Not really. I know the name does not have. It has nothing to do with the coin.
Okay,
it's
so
just some.
different?
They did they let the people vote on the name pretty much. That's what they picked as a name was Doge.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a smart move. I feel like that was great marketing because I know a little bit about a little bit when it comes to crypto, and I know Doge a little bit about a little bit, and I know Doge is the one that you know what I'm saying that Elon, you know what I'm saying, like he always
That was like the next
like that, like that's the one he going.
Well,
for.
they do say it's the people's crypto. That's what everybody says.
Yeah, that was like the next big thing after Bitcoin. Because I remember when I was
supposed to be Doge.
I was investing in like Bitcoin back in 2017, but I messed up because I had are you familiar with like Coinbase and all that other stuff? Mm-hmm. So for those of y'all that don't know, like with crypto, you have to get a Coinbase wallet. And I think that's like kind of how you can buy and sell.
Yeah,
the crypto.
You talking about your passkey phrase?
Mm-hmm.
The 24 passkey phrase. Yeah.
Yeah, that's I lost that account. I don't think I had a lot on there, but I bet you.
Oh, that's the one that you was trying to find like forever ago.
Yeah.
That's
so my
crazy.
old home phone number from my parents' house was tied to that account, so my two-step authentication was messed up. So I couldn't get that number back. So I called my dad up one day. I'm like, Dad, if we still using his number, he's I canceled it. So I went through a bunch of hoops and rings trying to see if I can get it to work. And I got the number on my account, but I couldn't get the text message verifications to go through. But it would still send messages, but it wouldn't get the like.
It's a hassle trying to get back into your account.
Mm-hmm. And you can't really like reach out like that. Like it's like
the
Google.
Customer service isn't really. It's not that
Either
good.
you got it or you don't, man. But no, I did Ethereum. Back when Ethereum was starting on the rise, there was another one.
You did those
Ethereum.
too?
Yeah, I did. I was in it back when Bitcoin was on a couple $100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you in there?
Yeah, I've been in
You
there.
in there? Okay, then. That's what's up, man. I respect that. That's what's up. I wish I would have stayed in the game on that one. What else? There was a couple other ones, but just like you said, there was like a solid group.
Yeah, it was only just like 10 cryptos, and all of a sudden, like now it takes like 10 minutes to make a meme coin. Like anybody can make a coin.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of scams. So that's what a lot of people don't want to get into crypto because of those scams. Yeah.
Yeah, that actually leads into the next question. So with all the scams in the trading world, how do you balance education with promotion?
Well, for one, I would you gotta do your own research.
Right.
You
I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's the problem nowadays. People want the money, but they don't want to do the work for it. Like maybe back in like 2022, are you familiar with Forex?
Yeah, a little bit.
So everybody, thought that was like
I know what that is.
Yeah, a Ponzi scheme. So it sounds like, honestly, because I didn't stay in it long because you had to be up all night, and I'm watching these lines go up and down, and I'm sitting here like,
watching candles.
What is this?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
Which one is the candle? So I was confused, but how do you help those type of people or educate them when they think they're getting scammed? Because I thought I was getting scammed because I didn't make that much.
So you gotta view the whitelisting, which pretty much describes what the crypto is, what it's about, what it does. When you go and buy crypto, it has that section where it can show. And then like a lot of people, what is a meme coin? Because there's different cryptos. Like there's a crypto called fart coin.
Oh,
Yeah. But when you go and buy, it makes a fart sound when you go and buy it.
That stinky money.
So you got like cryptos like that, where people are like, for instance, the Doge developer for Dogecoin. That's why he's no longer dealing with the project with Doge, because he feels like there's too many schemes and scams with crypto.
Yeah, he probably don't want to be associated to none of that.
Did one of them die?
No, I think it's a co-founder and then a founder. I know the founder, he doesn't want nothing to do with it. I don't know about the other one.
I thought somebody had got murked.
No, I was thinking you were talking about when it happened somewhere, I don't know if it's China, like the Dogecoin or one of the cryptos, their daughter was they were trying to kidnap her daughter or something like that. It was crazy, bro. You could see the whole video. I can't remember what country it
Mafia
was.
type of shit.
Yeah, I mean, when you
real out here,
when you
over the coin.
yeah,
these mathematical equations.
yeah. But anyways, yeah.
So what do you do with crypto? Like, do you make
That's a good question.
What do you do with it?
Crypto 101. We need to break down.
It's decentralized for starters, meaning not a single entity or like bank owns it. So like you know how when you go pay for stuff, you gotta go through banks, PayPal, Cash App, all that. There's nothing. It's all digital. So there's no need for that third party person.
Right. So like I think like one of the things that keeps people like from, you know what I'm saying, like always keeps people like hesitant because like we running around here, everybody talking about, oh, you know what I'm saying, you gotta get into crypto, you gotta get into crypto. And I ain't seen nowhere motherfucker be like, yeah, one Bitcoin, other than like some like legit shit, like motherfuckers you can trade like Bitcoin like for artwork, you know what I'm saying, that some shit that's, you know what I'm saying, appreciated with value. Like motherfucker, you can buy the Mona Lisa right now for like two fucking Bitcoins or some shit like that. But you know, what is the time frame? Like, what do y'all see it going to where motherfucker like I'm gonna need that? Like, I'm gonna need my, you know what I'm saying, my wallet.
It's not essentially just
like,
Bitcoin, because you got decentralized finance where you can own, stake, and borrow crypto. You can earn interest on crypto right now. So like Ethereum, Solemn, you can earn interest on that, and that's what I do in most of my cryptos. I'm earning interest. It's only a couple of cents. It's not even a cent. It's only a fraction of a cent, but you're earning that every 3 to 5 days.
Yeah, I mean, once the value goes up, that's gonna amount to something. But I think really to like answer the question is like he's saying like when are we gonna know when we need to like when are we gonna need crypto? Like when people are like, all right, I'm done.
Well, like they use it overseas like to make like large transaction deals. Some of them use crypto for that for overseas for like goods and stuff.
So if you was to put a number on it, like how long in the future do you think by the time people are really gonna start catching on like?
Well, right now you wouldn't believe it, but there's millions and millions of people right now that's into crypto, and like I was telling them earlier, right now more people have Bitcoin than gold. Mm-hmm. So the time frame is here now. It's just we have to get a bigger community and more leaders involved in it to push that out for people. And that's what I'm trying to do is to teach people.
Right. It's just not getting the publicity that it needs.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I respect that. I really do feel like eventually crypto is going to become something like that. Because especially like when you have caps on it, and I don't know how that's going to be, because imagine like we finally got a cap on crypto and now y'all just fighting over what we have. So
I mean, there's a lot of cons and there's a lot of cons in it. Yeah. It's. I really do think in like the next, probably not our lifetime. I would give it another 2 lifetimes. Yeah, it's not going to be our lifetime. It's not.
Really becomes a thing.
But it's a good time to buy now because it's all about generation wealth. You want that for generations.
Yeah. Cash is going to be obsolete. You know, cash don't hold value like it does.
And now they have
them checks gonna be obsolete. Them checks y'all love so much,
they're
gonna be obsolete. Yes. The money that ain't in your account, them checks.
So you can use it like regular money?
Like right now I'm in the Dogecoin. I've been in the last 9 years, and people you can use that to meet the dollar value. You can use it on X right now to tip people. They got apps where you can tip people to like do memes and all that. So there's utility behind Dogecoin. Okay. So that's why the main reason I am in Dogecoin.
Have you ever bought something? Personally? Like, you ever used it to buy something?
I bought on Tesla. I bought like a couple of hats on Tesla's website with Dogecoin. Okay.
I thought she was about to say you bought a Tesla. I was about to say, why you ain't pull up with that?
No, I do want a Tesla. I do want a Cybertruck.
So, what do you feel is the most real world use for crypto right now?
Well, back to what I was saying, like the decentralized finance, you can earn interest on it. You can borrow it, use it overseas. Business, you can make business deals out of it. What else? And then back to what I was saying with the person being anonymous. It's like a pretty much like what I was saying with the pirate shit. It's exciting to not know who that person is. And like I said, there's only 21 million market cap on it. So
yeah. So basically, they can't really know what's in your pockets other than you.
Yeah, pretty much. And it's very hard nowadays. People are using it to like do bad things. Like you can't. It's hard to trace when you're using crypto.
Yeah. Imagine somebody trying to read your pockets and they say, "Oh, your net worth is like $4 million," but this whole time, you got a bunch of money in crypto that they can't even track.
And then they do have the public blockchain where like you can see the wallets and you can see some transactions that people are making.
Okay.
I bet that's wild.
Yeah.
I bet it's wild.
I watch it on Twitter. People post like how much they're paying for crypto and Bitcoin, and they're posting like all their gains and all that online.
Oh, that's a little wild. That's the whole reason why dude was anonymous to begin with.
I never get that. Like even with cash and stuff like that, I never get people just broadcasting what they have. Like you setting yourself up to get robbed at this point, in my opinion.
Coinbase just got hacked.
Mine's in the bank.
Yeah, we saw you motion.
Yeah, a little motion. It's whatever.
You said Coinbase just got hacked?
Yeah, they got hacked. They I forgot how much Bitcoin, but the owner of Coinbase was like, nah. It was only like less than 1%, but he said he's gonna reimburse those people that lost that.
Right.
Wow.
Now, so now how does that work? Because like now, that kind of like could potentially like open up. You know what I'm saying? Like even more doubt for people because you know what I'm saying, like from my understanding, like with blockchain and like the end-to-end like encryption, like you know what I'm saying, like that's what like iPhone uses. That's why like going back to like earlier, why like getting into your account. That's why people you get locked out of your Apple account, like that shit's a dead game because like ain't nobody.
That's why you need that 24 passphrase. Like you
Yeah.
can't lose that 24 key passphrase.
So don't be no irresponsible ass bitch trying to tell yourself you about to invest into some crypto. I'm just saying.
I read there's this dude. He lost his in a trash field. He don't know how much Bitcoin, but he had a lot of Bitcoin. He can't find it to this day.
That's like those kind of like a little chip.
Yeah, the flash drive.
Yeah.
The cold storage wallet.
Wow, that's tough.
And he's been trying to get the city. He's wanting to buy it from him, but the city won't give it to him.
They know where it's at?
No, well he's been trying to hire like all these high tech stuff to like try to like pinpoint where the hard drive is, but it's like it's crazy.
That's like a needle in the haystack, man.
Man, somebody they done found that shit and turned that shit over.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna die. Famous.
Somebody.
A world leader gonna fall.
That is tough.
And you know that shit he paid for it to get murked, and he ain't even gonna know nothing about it. His ass gonna get taken out of the red light.
So you can do you make money from the trading and the borrowing?
In 2021, essentially Dogecoin was less than a cent. It was a fraction of a cent. And the funny thing is, nobody believed that it would hit 1 cent.
Right.
It hit 1 cent. It hit 1 cent of a high of 74 cents, and that's pretty much where like crypto took off. Is when Dogecoin hit. And back then, nobody knew about crypto, but when Dogecoin hit, that's when crypto took off.
Yeah. You know you can actually buy Bitcoin through Cash App.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's got it in there. So it's the same concept. So like the value of Bitcoin or Doge or whatever kind of crypto you're investing in is like a stock in a sense. Like it's constantly
The inflation
and
is
stuff.
volatile.
Yeah, crypto is definitely the most volatile right now, or more so Bitcoin. Things like Ethereum, I don't even know where it's at right now. When I last checked, it was like a couple hundred.
Yeah,
It
was down, but it's up now.
Yeah, so if you was buying it back when it was like 100, like 10 thousandths of a penny. So imagine like you buying, like I don't know how to say it, like 100 of those. And then the value went from like 10,000 to like a whole penny. you didn't make a lot of money, but as the value continues to grow, your money's growing. So that's how you make the money from it. Yeah, so get you some.
And y'all look at Bitcoin's graph, like the all-time chart for Bitcoin from the time it started. You see up and down, but overall, it's up. It's
up.
It's just how he made it like that. He made it to where it's gonna forever go up.
I think it capped at like some like 109.
Yeah, and it's at its all-time high right now.
Yeah. Damn.
That's tough.
And I did have a couple hundred in there not too long ago, but I sold it, bro. It's just, I'm not saying it's slow money, but you have to be patient.
Yeah, that's one.
And then the whole chart reading thing, it's easier than you think because pretty much everything runs on either Bitcoin or Ethereum. So you gotta look, when Bitcoin's down, crypto's down. When Bitcoin's up, crypto's up.
Because they're connected.
Yeah, I think
you
it's
can't have one without the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking like Bitcoin is just like the staple of cryptocurrency to begin with. Like everybody knows
everything
Bitcoin.
bridged off, and all the other cryptos bridged from that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if Bitcoin is doing bad, kind of like an S&P 500. That's like the major stock trade of whatever. So like when that stuff is up, the market is doing good in general. So a lot of different things like AI or whatever you're investing in, public defense or whatever all that stuff is probably gonna mirror that.
That's great. So like, how is it that people can like just acquire it and give it away? So we're going back to like the point you just made about how you can buy it on Snapchat.
Cash App.
Cash App. What I said? I'm tripping.
You might one day, though. You might one day.
You sure that's one?
There's water in here. I'm tripping.
You ain't even post the pictures no more. You just on Snapchat just to get money.
For real, just on here to get money. But old girl, like a Meg Thee Stallion, like she had came, like somebody had gave her a bunch of them, like she was going off, you know what I'm saying, like she was like gifting her fans, you know what I'm saying, like just like random, like anybody would message her, like she would give them like some Bitcoin. I knew somebody that had got some, and then that one football player, like he had wanted, when he like re-signed, like he wanted like have his money like in
He bought it, he got it in crypto,
half in crypto. So like, how do you acquire it and to just give it away? So like, what if this team this team don't have no foot in the game to get crypto? So how they gave that man his money? Like, if you can't just go out and buy it like that.
Well, like you'd be surprised they got like ATM Bitcoin machines around. Where
I know we can one up the
and they got an app right now. It's like 4% off right now transaction fee if you use the app with the machine right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd be surprised how crypto involved places are with those machines.
Yeah. So you're saying like how like if they just never knew about crypto, how did they get it?
Yeah, I mean, so like essentially, like if you just can't.
Well, I would think like their managers would probably like.
No, he's saying these are like regular people.
Oh, regular people.
Imagine like the same people you trying to put on. Like imagine they regular people. They ain't never touched an account, no Coinbase, no nothing, no wallet, no cash.
Oh, there's referral links on like Coinbase, Robinhood, Crypto.com. So and that's what I do. If you do my referral link, you get $30 in Bitcoin when you sign up to make an account. So it's like that puts your foot in the door, and then you can convert it to whatever coin you want. But pretty much you would want Bitcoin in your wallet to kind of counterbalance all those other cryptos because Bitcoin is going to forever go up. So like even if you put $50 in it over the like couple months, years, it's going to keep going up.
Yeah, like building a portfolio.
Yeah.
So can you convert that back to cash?
Yeah. But you gotta remember you gotta put it on your taxes.
Yeah.
So
if you convert it back to cash,
just anything cash is gonna have a fee. So you gotta it's gonna send you tax form to do your taxes.
I might have missed it if you said it already, but so if you don't convert it back to cash, then how do you spend it?
You don't.
You just let it pile up.
You can convert it in like different cryptos, but you gotta think that you're losing money because there's gonna be transaction fees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
That's like to put it in like more like trying to think how to explain it.
It's like a savings.
You
it's
want to
like a
look at
four-
it like that. You
it's
want to
like
look
a-
at crypto
a-
as a savings.
Like a savings, a 401k. You know how like when you cash out on your 401k and then
They tax you,
they
yeah.
tax it, and then you got to file that like a 1099-R on your taxes. They have a form for that, but for crypto, when crypto first came out, they never did that. Then the government caught on, and then they was like, okay, now we want our cut, which I think is absolute. But
Oh, okay, so I get it now. So investing into crypto is pretty much like what you said earlier for generational wealth.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and just like you said, you can convert it, but let's just say like you want, you got like 10 Bitcoin, and those are like hypothetical, they're worth $1,000 a piece, right? And then you want to buy Ethereum, which is like $10 for Ethereum. So if you sell one Bitcoin, you can get a bunch of Ethereum, but technically you're losing a little bit of money because of those transaction fees. So you're gonna have to spend some of that Bitcoin to get that supposed equivalency, and then I mean you probably can recap it.
And then the timing too. I think like when you do Bitcoin transaction, it's like 5 minutes wait time to like for the transaction. Where like for Doge, it's like a minute or less.
Yeah, I tried to sell some Bitcoin, and they said I couldn't cash it at that particular moment because by the time I was trying to process the transaction,
The prices
went down. So then, like I was trying to sell $10 worth of Bitcoin, but the moment I was trying to do the confirm, it said I can no longer do this because Bitcoin went down. Now it's only worth $9.77. So it's like it should have been quicker than that.
Put more money in for the transaction.
Yeah. So that's why, like, when you look at my Cash App on crypto, it's like a couple of cents in there because I can't get the whole thing because it's going to continuously vary.
So what's some of the biggest risk with doing crypto, being involved with crypto?
There is like of course with scams and meme coins. But then because what is a meme coin? Like I said, because you have potential meme coins like Farcoin, Bonk, Peep, Shiba Inu, all these meme coins.
Shiba Inu was the one that I was
Yeah, and like they do crazy numbers. It's like what? But I would say get into those potential cryptos because you gotta think. We pretty much missed out on Bitcoin.
Yeah,
it's at its all-time high at 109K.
I ain't gonna lie. I think it's still a decent.
It's not
time.
done. I mean, yeah, it's not done. It's not.
So I think when you missed out is when it stopped when you can't.
Them tax cut rates, they're coming. It's much needed in the market. When that happens, you're looking at a potential 125, 150 out of Bitcoin.
Yeah. I think the risk really just falls on just losing money in general. So say like you like, okay, I got $10,000. I want
to make money.
That is true. That's why it's no different from like investing in stocks, man. Like you want to put the money there. Yeah, stocks are gonna go down. It's gonna come up. It's gonna go down. It depends on when you want to cash out, how smart you are with it. Are you investing into it?
And it's volatile, so you gotta look at the news too. A lot of the news affects the crypto market.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's the whole same thing with Doge. Like
yeah,
Doge,
with Elon Musk, like Trump. Trump came out with his own coin.
Yeah, the Trump coin.
You see when? Yeah, I actually got some, but he did a thing where like I guess like the most 200 like or 100 top Trump coin members holders, they had a dinner with him. So people were like they were buying it, and the price ended up shooting up because of that. Did you go to dinner with him? Nah, I only bought like a couple of dollars in it. It went into like 64 and dropped over like 16 or 15.
When was that? Like that was when.
That's
March?
when it first came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it first came out.
Yeah. I think that's definitely one of those like, in stock I forgot what the name of it's called, but it's almost like a window for them to anticipate how much it's going to be. So when they drop it, I don't want to be speaking about an ass on this one, but like when they drop it, it'll go down. That's usually what happens. But in some cases, if it takes off, that's another risk. You kind of just like, hey, we gonna see where it go. The moment that thing come out, I'm trying to put some money in it, and it's like, damn, I wish I could have did more. Or, damn, I wish I would have did less. You know what I mean? Right. I know you know how.
I mean, a lot of crypto's built on hype. It is.
Yeah. I wish I would have put $2 more in that.
$2 more.
I gotta get with.
So how do you keep up with like the updates and the changes? And
I use X for one. That's a big social for like news and all that. X is for one. Definitely X.
X just feels like the black market of social media.
That's what
he wanted
it
that
is.
freedom of speech, pretty much. So,
Yeah, because they don't give a damn what you do on
yeah, so he just said, I got money, so I'm going to go ahead and buy Twitter. And
That shit crazy. My account gets suspended every other day, and I'm just on here. I'm retweeting shit.
Yeah.
But you can connect it's called Dojo S, and you can connect your crypto wallet, and you can get tipped in crypto with your X account. Yeah, so like statuses, pictures, all that. They'll tip you in crypto. Shit.
I'm just really just keeping up with sports and
sports,
shit like that. But I retweet some shit like
you do the sports bets.
Nah, I'm not on there. I mean, I go in there like and see what people, you know what I'm saying, like what they talking about, what they feeling, you know what I'm saying, like to get an idea. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I literally just tweeted something the other day, like fucking Shador wearing his fucking jersey. Your account is hacked. Like, I mean, your account been suspended for suspicious activity. What the fuck? I just one retweet. Nigga got a football jersey in.
They didn't like that retweet.
What the fuck?
You should have posted something about crypto.
Man, this bitch over here fucking herself with a tractor. And
yeah, that's what they do on
I
there.
ain't never seen her. She gets suspended.
Let me stick.
They can look to a forklift.
So, what would you say some of your favorite crypto projects are and why?
Ethereum for the smart contract. It's pretty much a smart contract that can get executed on command through the database. So it's good for like lawyers, stuff like that. Of course, Dogecoin. Solemn for the NFTs because a lot of people are NFTs. And then of course Bitcoin because without Bitcoin there wouldn't be no crypto.
Right. Okay.
So like, do you have to like be like of a certain status to like create a coin? Do you think?
I haven't made one, but you probably gotta be a certain age to make a coin. They probably gotta do age verification, because you gotta do that when you make a crypto account to start with.
You're not old enough.
But I have seen videos where it's like these 12-year-olds and they have made meme coins and they rug pull it and they've made money and you got like the FBI finding out where they live, their school owner, and it's little kids.
So what is rug pulling?
It's pretty much say like a group of us, we came out with meme coin, we start buying and making the price look like it's going up.
Oh, okay.
We get all the way to the top, I mean we cash out, it drops all the money out and it goes to zero. And that's what, like, it was like a 12-year-old. He did that. And he was dancing online. He was live.
So, I'm assuming he wasn't supposed to do that.
No, he wasn't supposed to do that. That's why he had the feds
See,
on him.
it'd be the kids that be hacking y'all.
But you got to think with AI, because believe it or not, technology is evolving. And people don't want to believe that. You got AI right now. You can learn computer programming. You got to go to school for that. Mm-hmm. But with that, you can learn it under 10 minutes. It gives you all the information right there.
Okay.
I mean, like, I've seen videos of like people using in colleges and classes, and they get in trouble. They get kicked out because they're using AI because they give you the answers.
I'm glad ChatGPT wasn't a thing when I was in college.
And you know the funny thing is,
expelled.
I did see a video where this professor had said she literally failed everybody because she was like, it's crazy. If you really would have just read, I don't know if it was a syllabus or whatever it was that she gave her, it was an email she sent out. The answers were in the email, but they were so focused on using ChatGPT to pass a test, all their answers were the same because of ChatGPT. So she failed everybody except for maybe one or two people.
And this was in college?
It was in college.
Now they teach you in elementary school not to copy everything directly.
Right.
You got to get at least two wrong.
Y'all remember when they used to have I'll never forget my senior year, we had to do the senior papers.
Yes.
And he would plug your paper into like this little thing
to make sure there's no plagiarism.
Right. He was like 98% of your stuff was plagiarized.
But you didn't cite this right.
You could have just changed words up. But anyways.
Yeah.
That's honestly.
So is there any type of like protection against the scams or?
Just pretty much doing your own research. You have to do your own research, and a lot of people don't because they're either lazy, because they don't want to do their own research.
Yeah. And so, like, what are some things like that jump out to you, like when you're doing like the research?
You can actually use ChatGPT and Grok. The other day I had some kind of scam in my. I knew it was a scam, but it said I won 10 Ethereum. and told me to click on the link. I screenshotted the picture and posted it in ChatGPT, and it lets me know every detail if it's a scam or not.
Oh dang, ChatGPT do that too?
It makes images. It does art. But the best one is Grok. The best one is Grok.
I'm about to screenshot some of these
Grok
text
is like a
messages.
different version of ChatGPT.
Yeah, there's so many different AI. Grok's owned by Elon.
Yeah.
It's a game changer. That's where some of these questions came
On
from.
Twitter.
Grok's kept with like real time data.
Okay.
It's faster.
Grok.
That's crazy. It's just to think that like the whole like you have the whole internet's
It's
disposal.
like Grok3.com or something.
But the feds be watching, like.
Oh, I'm sure.
I ain't mean to say it
I
like
mean,
that.
it's just
but
like
you know.
money. There's pros and cons with money. There's pros and cons with crypto.
Bro, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Like, you're watching something to see, and we don't even know what the fuck it is, but y'all are so concerned about it. Y'all don't want nobody to come up because y'all don't, we don't know what it is. I'm out here I'm playing around.
Yeah, so what did they do to the 12-year-old?
Oh, I'm not sure. It was just something I had seen on Facebook. But
Built ass.
they did detail on everything. They probably
They
took.
probably got his parents.
He had make a meme coin. It was a little kid. He was live, and he rug pulled it live.
What?
And it was a little kid.
Now
yeah.
he gotta do juvie.
That's
Over some fake
For
money.
rug pulling.
Imagine you just got home from school. You just trying to make you a little cover art. Little
Your parents and the FBI outside.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Get little
Just
Jimmy out here
busting in.
now.
That's
The
wild.
cops outside.
Ooh, I'd be so mad if I was his mama. I'm finna tell your ass up.
Y'all can leave. Don't worry about it. I'll get it right
You
now.
got the word, babe. Go ahead.
Man,
Yeah.
that's crazy. So, like, you, man, what I was about to ask. So you done bought, like you bought it, like,
You one
any
of the people
NFTs?
That get
Yeah, I got a few NFTs. The best place was crypto.com. They got an NFT market on there.
Cool.
And they're like Pokemon cards. You can buy them like for like a couple of cents or dollars, but then they got like rare, ultra rare, and all that. And depending on what you get, you can resell it for more. And I've sold a few, but it's only like $20, $30. It ain't much, but just to be able to do it, it's pretty cool to do.
Right. Yeah, that's always something I wanted to get into, like, cause when I was dabbling in like crypto, that was around like 21, like 22, was on Robinhood, and then like when NFTs like and everything had popped off, I was like, man, like, yeah. I thought NFTs was gonna go, dog.
I heard Robinhood sucks.
I just heard it was.
People don't like Robinhood because of the way the shit went down. It's a great documentary about it on Hulu.
It was good.
Like, but I don't think like the people that came up in the scam, like, they were smart. Like, they figured it out.
So were they really scamming it?
It really wasn't a scam like at first, but it was like, so essentially like what it is, like they realized like if I put my card in this ATM machine, I'm always gonna get money out of it. And they didn't catch it. So the motherfucker was like, ooh, that bitch gave me $100,000.
Put it back in there.
That bitch gave me another $100,000. Hey man, try that shit. Boom, $100,000. And so they kept doing it. By the time motherfuckers figured out, like, it was too late, and they shut it down. And motherfuckers was like, well, I can't get my money because they don't have no money to give you because somebody messed up the system. They cheated the system, and you mad at them. Well, that's fucked that they should give them. They don't have the money to give.
They knew who did it though.
You talking about how
Essentially.
like they pulled from the bank's reserves or something like that, like our Federal Reserves?
No,
They had crypto wallets. They ain't had crypto wallets back then for Robinhood. And then after that scenario, that's when they wanted to get people their crypto wallets to have ownership of their own crypto because they had it and not them, not the people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay then. So basically, it's like you trusted the bank to hold your money, and now somebody stole from the bank.
And now they
the
don't got
bank,
your money.
Yeah, now they can't give you nothing because somebody else took it.
Yeah.
They halted trade on that stuff too,
Yeah,
where you
like
can
so-
only sell and not buy.
Yeah, they shut that
wow.
shit down, and people was like, no, fuck that, I want to be able to do it too. They was like, no, we can't allow you to do that. And so because people fucked it up and they shut it down to protect themselves, and people got mad they couldn't get in on the scam, and now they the bad guy. Bitch, I'm broke. You took all my money. Y'all gotta protect me.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I turn up too, bro.
And then even that whole Coinbase ordeal, during that time, it was like last week, my app was laggy. It said like unable to see your funds, but they were safe. Like I couldn't see nothing. So it was like,
see it, but it's safe. That's reassuring.
Yeah, so it's like there's risk, but like since I was already involved in it, I know how that goes. Like I was like, okay, I'm good. But like it comes in situations like that where there's risk with crypto, so you do have to be careful. So, but you have to do your research. Start small. I would do $20 to $50. Most of the time, people have 9 to 7 jobs, so I would do that every time you get paid $20 to $50 in different cryptos.
Yeah.
So how do you spend it? Like, do they give you a card or something?
You can use you can tie your bank to it. You can do your debit card, PayPal, maybe Cash App. But then you can buy physical debit cards where you can put money on, and you can just use that debit card. So, like, say if you were to Cash Out, you can use that debit card and then have your money on.
But then you wouldn't have the withdrawal fees?
Yeah, but you earn interest. There's interest fees on there.
Gotcha.
That's what's up. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Coinbase has it. Robinhood has it. I'm actually on the wait list. There's a limited edition 24 karat Robinhood card.
I've seen that. It's a gold. Yeah, was it that?
Yeah, it's a 24 karat gold Robinhood.
Yeah, they were trying to get me to apply for one. They sent me an email.
I've been on a waiting list for years. It's been years.
Yeah, that's how Klarna was, but that's a whole other topic.
They owe Klarna money right now.
Yeah, that's why they was.
Per what I saw earlier on Instagram. But what was the thing you said that you wanted to talk about Leesville?
Oh, about potential going green with a Bitcoin facility. Texas just did that. I think it was like it brought in 2 million new jobs, and since I came back to Leesville, I seen how this town it needs something. And then with my grandmother in the old plaza and my grandpa's restaurant, I grew up in that plaza, and it's going to end up getting bulldozed, turned into a gas station, turned into something that's not going to get used, and that's going to get closed. And it's just business after business after business.
That's here.
So we need something, and it's
sustainable. So how does that work? So how do we? You said it's like a what was it again?
A Bitcoin mining facility. It mines for Bitcoin. Of course, they can go solar or wind. Mm-hmm. With that will open new jobs for construction, IT,
engineers,
groundkeepers, all that.
Yeah, because I mean, like it's not sustainable, but at the same time, it needs to be maintained. So
and that's when the wind and solar come into play. And then you got places like El Salvador where fleet money was a problem with unstable government. They run on Bitcoin now. They have a Bitcoin mining facility, and it runs off a volcano.
That's crazy.
The fuck?
It runs off a volcano.
This is crazy.
See, and that's exactly, and I understand like why you say like that could be a market for opportunity. Not only would that bring like revenue to the area, because I'm sure that there's a way that they capitalize off of that. Outside of just bringing
more
jobs.
Investors, more promotion, all that.
Definitely, that's gonna want to flock more open-minded, smart people who are educated. Because here the only thing that you necessarily have is people they'll go and get their nursing degrees, and then they work at all these old homes or these medical facilities, and then you got our
oil rigs, oil rigs,
and that's all there is. Like outside of that, like nobody graduates college with a degree and then comes back here specifically for a certain job.
They always leave. Once you leave here, like they're not coming back.
Yeah.
And we need something for the community.
Yeah. But that's some other stuff though. So, but that's this mining thing. I'm glad you brought that up because another question I had is like how do you go about mining? Because I remember like when I finding out that was a thing, saying people had little machines that look like little Wi-Fi.
I do that now, yeah. I do that now back at home.
So like, can you talk about that? Like how, is that legit? Like,
yeah.
Can I go get a router and come up on like a Bitcoin in like the next 40 hours?
You can.
I got you.
But essentially, they're pretty high. So the higher they are, that's probably where you're gonna get the most income. I have 3, 2 for Bitcoin, 1 for Litecoin, and Dogecoin. They're about 2 some. Mm-hmm. AliExpress is the place to go for all your miners.
Now, so do you have to have a specific spot? Because there was also something I seen where like people were willing to pay people to like, hey, let me use your, you know what I'm saying, like this will be your
cloud,
house.
You call it talking about cloud mining. I do that now. It's called cloud mining. It's essentially you pay for contracts and it's giving you cloud mine for Bitcoin. The smallest unit of Bitcoin is called Satoshi coins. It's the smallest unit of Bitcoin. So you're pretty much getting paid in that. And it's like you got contracts for like 5, 10, and like up. And it mines for you automatically without the miners for you.
So it's like location specific? Like certain locations mine more?
Yeah, because that's what I was trying to find out. Because like I said, people I remember seeing like ads. You know, it's like, hey, you're in this area. Because it was almost like I'm looking at it was like the whole Pokemon Go like type deal. Like people was like, they ain't getting nothing in their house, but they guess they getting something like from their neighbor house, like 3-4 houses down. But hey, can I put this in your house? And you know what I'm saying, to like mine for this, and I'm going to pay.
Because all you need is your Wi-Fi. That's all you need is your Wi-Fi, and it runs off of it.
So you like, can you just do it anywhere, or do you have to be in a specific
Well, you got to think
location?
about electricity use. So the bigger the miner, the more electricity you're using.
Yeah, that's why they say like with
spending money to make money, the electricity bill high.
Yeah, because when you basically like, from my understanding, when it comes to mining crypto, you have to have pretty much you got to have a computer that can process all this stuff. Like it's constantly pulling data. So what happens is it tends to overheat. Or
I have to keep mine cool with fans.
Yeah, and that's where the mining issue is. Like there are people who are like, all right, I'm getting so many computers that are dedicated just for crypto mining. And I was talking to Grant about this. Shout out to Grant, by the way. He was basically telling me like how they would have like almost like not really a supercomputer, but they would spend so much money on these computers that could process so much data at a better rate than just something like your grandma's computer holding a coffee on top type thing, you know. So if
that damn cat statue.
Yeah. It can be done just about anywhere, but just like you were saying, it's energy consumption. Is a bunch of different factors that come into play. That's why like Bitcoin mining is so slow. It is slow. You gotta be in it for the
But there's also you earn interest rates, so you can mine one coin and earn other coins while you're mining that coin.
Mm-hmm. It's like striking. It's like trying to mine 10, and then you find a jade stone. Something.
Yeah, I would start small and start learning, because right now I'm even taking mines apart so I can upgrade the inside so it can mine faster and do better. Because it does overheat.
You running off a computer, or like how does it work for you?
It's a small little box like this. It's called Lucky Mine. I got it on AliExpress. And you just connect it to your Wi-Fi. You use your computer and you can just see everything. When you connect to the pools, I got my app on my phone. It'll show you all that. The mining, how much you're mining, what your worker is doing, if it's stopping, if it's overheating, and all that.
Some people have been doing this since like forever ago.
And
all they keep doing is they just add on, and that's probably where the whole can I borrow your space kind of thing, depending on factors that I don't even know about. But I'm sure that a little bit of location does have a little bit to play into it,
So now, essentially, like, what is it like with the mining thing? Is it searching the internet for coins?
It's solving math equation problems. I got this. It shows the info, but it's like all these like numbers, data, and it's like it's going fast. You seen like the Matrix, how like it's coming down. It looks like that.
So it's solving itself.
Yeah, it does. It solves itself.
Every time it solves one, that's when you mine more coin. That's why it's like when they say with those supercomputers, you ever see them just like they're constantly running data. And that's why it tends to overheat, because it's like the computer is thinking all the 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, all that stuff. So now, once it completes that equation, now you have
Goes to the next one.
And it's just
it's always running.
It's always running.
Mine's are at home now, and they're all right now running.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably got a fan on that shit right now.
Yeah, I got a fan.
I bet. I already know it. That's what's up, man.
I would hope so, because you not at home. You out of town.
Big. So, what are some big key takeaways that for our listeners? Like, what are some big key takeaways from crypto? Like, out of everything that we talked about, what are some key points that they need to know, or that they need to know, or to get into crypto?
Well, like I said, you have to do your own research. If you don't, just following me in my Discord, because I have a Discord that just started a couple weeks ago. It's got 50-something people. It's called the Young Money Geniuses.
Young Money Geniuses. Yeah, I would hit that.
But just to me, because most of them Discords, they're charging people premium passes like $90, $100. Like, they're making money.
Yeah,
with my Discord,
Discord,
it's free. Like, you don't have to do none of that, and I post that for people so they can learn. I do it on my Facebook
that's mad
too.
Love, man, because you could be out here charging people for learning how to put them on.
And I do it on my Facebook
Yeah,
too.
you do. You posted on your stories a lot. You sent me something the other day. I forgot exactly what it was, but
I didn't know if you had a Coinbase or like some kind of exchange where you do crypto. So.
No, I didn't want to click on it until I talked to you about it, so I knew what the hell it was.
That was fine. But you get $30 in free crypto when you sign up. But you gotta put 20 in
the money.
First.
Scam. It's a scam.
It came from
People
him.
think it's a scam.
They probably associated.
But I got people at work that have done it, and because when they do my referral, I get $30 too. So I've been getting $30, and they've been getting $30.
Okay.
So we all eat.
Right.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
So where do you see crypto, in your opinion? Where do you see crypto going in the next 5 to 10 years?
I feel like it's gonna be the currency of the world. We're gonna be eventually start seeing crypto as an everyday use versus our dollar. Because we got deflation in our dollar, and then you got Bitcoin where inflation is gonna continue to rise.
So, y'all probably can't see this, but you know what this is.
Yeah.
So this is the crypto chart. You can if you have an iPhone, you can follow the what they call it, the symbol. The symbol is BTC USD for Bitcoin, United States dollar. So the earliest time frame was back in like 2014. You can see it at it was like, what's that, $338?
Yeah, it's different on apps because like on my Coinbase it shows like 6 cents, so it's like it's different.
Yeah,
but it still was a decent price.
Yeah, this is just like to give you an idea of how crypto is volatile, but at the same time, like it's on a steady increase. So let's just say 2020-ish, whether this is the actual number or not, it was around $11,000 for one Bitcoin. Fast forward 4 years later, if you invested in one Bitcoin at $10,000, you're pushing right now $110,000. You've tenfolded your money in one Bitcoin. You was investing back in 2014 when there was $300 and you was buying a couple of Bitcoins. You set. And then that's just to say, like, with 5, maybe 10 years down the road, who can say that can't reach, an easy $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in Bitcoin. Okay. So, it's just patience. You're going to see it drop. It literally went from, 60,000, dropped down to 23,000. So, yeah, you was hurt for, like, what?
Y'all got to think, if 2007 when Bitcoin came out, if our parents would have bought it, we all would have been sad. It would have been generations.
Yeah. What happened that was like the big thing back in 2020? What started back in 2020?
The pandemic.
Talking about COVID.
Yeah.
And it was a good time to buy stocks back then.
That's
when I got into
all
I started buying like sports memorabilia.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Like, cause like one thing I had stock in like one of Babe Ruth's bats, like one of the first bats he used, like when he came to the major leagues. Bro.
Me too.
It's like, so looking at it like today, like a lot of people don't even know who Babe Ruth is. So it was like, man, ain't nobody fucking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like in that regard, where you can go online and buy. That's where you can like see like the disconnect between the older generation and the younger generation. Like I'm right there in the middle. Like I'm young enough to like understand that shit, and I'm old enough to know like who that is. But the people in there like with the money, they not fucking with it because they like, I don't know who Babe Ruth is.
Right, we find value in our own things. The same thing what he was saying with like the gold and stuff like that. People find value in gold, and gold is is diminishing.
Yeah.
You gotta think, there's tribes and all that, they would use like precious metals, and they would make carvings in it, and they would use it as a currency. So you could pretty much use anything as a currency. It's made up. So it's like, if we could use paper as a currency, why can't we use digital money as a currency?
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. I never knew that. I never knew until like I started learning about it. Bitcoin, you know what I'm saying, was came out like during that time. I remember like the first time I actually heard about Bitcoin was in the movie Dope. Like that was like one of the opening scenes. Like he was talking about it. Like he was like real informative. You know what I'm saying? Quick little 2 lines about it. And then I remember hearing about it maybe like 5 years later. I was like, you know what I mean? That shit from that movie. They said, oh no, this is a real thing. Like I'm like, bitch, what?
Man, bitch, when I tell you I was doing this shit back in 2013, 2013, bro, when it was like a couple $100.
And you was in there good. I didn't get into the shit till 2020.
There was only a couple of coins back then. There was only like 9 or 10 coins.
Crazy. I had my
And
little,
it just
my little
took
Robinhood
off.
shit. I had little Ethereum, little Doge, little
Lithium, Ethereum,
Solana.
Shiba Inu. Like I had,
Yeah.
I was in
Shit,
there.
man, how old is that? That bitch been around for a minute. Good little bargain
People still
ass.
hoping for it to shoot. They've been waiting. I know people, my friends at work, they in the Shiba.
I think they may be the only thing still in my wallet on Robinhood is my damn Shiba Inu.
I'll hold it.
Cause I think it was one situation. I was like, bro, this shit just sitting here. I done made about $4 off of me, cash it out. You can't do it right now.
It hurt, don't it? It hurt a little bit, don't it?
That fucking app on my phone so quick.
Yeah, you put that phone down, face down. You said, bam.
Delete that bitch. Take it off.
That's what's up, man. Well, I think that was great talk. Did you have anything else for the people out there?
Let them know where they can find you at, follow you. I did follow one of your pages on Instagram.
My Collective Freaks page. You follow me on Instagram, Collective Freaks LLC.
I'm about to lock in on that.
Yeah, I collect. I got a bunch of autographs. And I collect. It's for my kids.
That's what's up. So you just, like you
That's
said,
why I built Generation Wealth.
Come on,
Like,
y'all ain't doing it,
I
do
have
it for
to
your
do
people,
it.
man. If you mad because it ain't starting with you,
Right, leave it for them.
leave it for them.
You old as hell. Get them sharing some money.
Man, 23.
I'm saying you old as
He's
hell.
saying in general.
Yeah.
well, what I like to ask people is, what did your grandparents leave your parents? Half the time, the hardcore
A
truth is
belt
nothing.
to beat my ass with.
Exactly. And then I asked them, what did
And a
their
switch.
parents, what are your parents going to leave you?
A
Majority of the time,
$50,000
it's nothing. So we need that generation wealth. We have to break them generation curses.
Yeah, 100%, man. That's how it starts with us. So.
Well, who knew you knew so much about it? I was shocked today.
No,
Yeah.
I was ready for this. I was
Yeah.
ready for this.
I
I
was
knew a little
shocked
bit
the
about
whole
crypto,
interview.
man.
I
So
did
when you
not
told me
know.
about you and everything, I was like, okay, then cool. I want to kind of see.
You see, like, you already know something.
Right.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
a little bit. I feel like
yeah.
you got a whole lot more. I appreciate the game. I appreciate the knowledge.
We
Putting
had-
everybody else on.
So we had
as well.
talking about something different on the show, like something educational. We like to have guests that can bring substance to the show, like you did. Like this one, I feel like it's gonna be a good one because
Bro,
a
they
lot
be
of
shutting
people,
me down. They be thinking I'm stupid.
a lot of
They be-
people
bro,
are
I'm
always.
I mean, you see my polygon man right there.
A lot
I
of
was trying to
people
catch myself.
are trying to
Yeah.
get into crypto and trading and stuff like that, and they don't know how to. So we really appreciate you coming on the
Thank
show.
you. Yes, sir.
And
Appreciate
if
y'all.
you're ever back in town, you got to come back on again.
Probably
give
gonna
us an
come
update.
Christmas.
Okay.
I have to come back in town.
Yeah,
for
I mean, and
Christmas.
then hell, next time, depending on what the topic is, just hop in for that one. You're
For sure.
you're seasoned on the show now, so you can
Appreciate
definitely
y'all.
come back.
Yeah. But it's been much love. We're gonna wrap it up for the night. Appreciate y'all joining us in
Yes,
back at
sir.
another episode of
Appreciate y'all.
Triple P&J. Again, big shout out. Thank you so much for coming on the show, man. Appreciate you for real. If y'all got any other questions, definitely follow him up. He's got the Discord. You gonna tag it in there or?
Send it to me on Messenger, and I'll make sure I put it in the description for everybody
Yeah,
to see.
Yeah, but y'all love it up, man. Show him some love. Appreciate it, man.
All right.
Y'all have a
See
great
you
one.
next time.
Take care.